Hello, and welcome to Disco Elysium. And in the last episode, well, we talked to this girl for like this little girl for like half the episode. In this episode, let's finally walk into the place. Though I am gonna... Where is...
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
The clerk extends a greeting.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Of course, of course.
A golden pendant hangs around the woman's neck, in the shape of what looks like a tiny fish head trapped in amber.
Before we go on, you seem to be well off enough. Can you give me some money? I feel like there won't be an opportune moment to ask later. What? A curious pendant you're wearing. No, your eyes mysteriously. Sorry, you're the owner of the store?
Oh yes, helps to have an anchor in these times.
She clutches the pendant and narrows her eyes as well.
Sir, don't be ridiculous.
Eh?
I certainly will not give you money. I would be doing you a grave psychic disfavor.
You would? She gives you a disapproving look.
One has to earn one's success, even if one is a police officer. Handouts are nothing but manipulation. All they do is make you dependent.
Ah, you're one of those people.
What is this insolence? She misunderstood.
No, that's not me. You misunderstand me. I'm a powerful feudal lord. I demand tribute. This is about traditions.
Now, hey there. Sounds like someone isn't taking responsibility for the energy they bring into this space. Tribute? Power? These are not the traditions we're used to in this part of the world.
So, are you the owner of this store?
I am. The proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Her voice is high-pitched, as if to give it more penetration.
She has fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers. It doesn't work.
What if I want to buy a book?
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything?
She
See those shelves there? Go. Be drawn.
She fiddles with her pendant, then waves her bony fingers directly at you. So, what types of book do you have?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
Alright, I'll take a look then.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
The girl outside mentioned that this place is cursed.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette?
She blinks.
I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir.
Doesn't feel like it's thriving. Feels ghostly.
Your daughter is the one standing outside the store, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of course.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
Yeah, that's correct. I'm not going to grade a human being. I don't do that. 1, not impressed. 5, I felt some interest. 10, she's certainly very polite and helpful.
Come now, it's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research.
She crosses her
I
arms.
expect an answer.
10, she's certainly very polite and helpful.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
She's immediately satisfied with the answer. The way you're handling her strikes me as wrong. And it is quite a trooper. She's a great value add. I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor. All this pressure has made her really anxious. You know she's been chewing her nails.
God. I told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit.
Her voice is
She'll
firm.
get over it. Anxiety is a part of life.
A part of hers, too, clearly.
I don't think she can. I don't think she can do anything about it.
She can, if she has enough willpower.
This
is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
You're a jerk.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
Even he agrees with me, and he's been disagreeing with me this entire game. What you're doing is wrong. Even I know that, and I usually don't know anything. That is true, and obviously the will of the market. But maybe make an exception for your daughter? Yeah, actually, it's super alright for kids to chew their hands off. Forget I said anything.
She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there.
All of a sudden, she exhales sharply. Her shoulders slump down. She mutters.
There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
She returns with a nod. She stops, but her mouth keeps moving.
It sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the way she treats Annette.
You're like Annette to your husband and your mother.
Oh, well, my mother was horrible, of course. Absolutely perverse energies around that person. But my husband...
She shakes her head.
My husband is completely different, of course.
Is she an only child?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
Why not?
We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand.
Is this husband Annette's father?
Yes. My husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
And your husband also involved with the bookstore? Wait, Grand Con? What's that?
It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighbourhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects.
Huh.
Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
And your husband's also involved with the bookstore?
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
Ah. She told me she doesn't go to school anymore.
She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course.
Pleasant nods.
I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
Alright, I had something else in mind.
The woman looks aloof, her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
Farewell for now, book peddler.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Once again, farewell for now. Well, that was a thing.
Yes?
Okay. Jeesh. That was, woo. Gift books and molten candy.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
Reminds me of my current D&D character. Storekeep, tell me what the Musselman books.
Oh, Man from Hyundai. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books.
Why are they so popular?
Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
Sounds good. Which one should I start with? That doesn't sound like something I'd be interested in.
At last, someone sensible. However, I still urge you to buy one. Can't judge a book by the cover, they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hjelmdalaman, the man from Hjelmdal. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
I don't have money. I have 0.4. Look through the display
Rows
books.
and rows of Hjelmdalamen blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Hjelmdal and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Hjelmdal, Return to Hjelmdal. And the Solipsistic, Man from Hjelmdal and the Hjelmdal Man.
Good God, how many are there?
Maybe 100. Man from Hjelmdal and the Sages at the End of the World. Man from Hjelmdal and the False God. Man from Hjelmdal
We're
and the
gonna be
Scorched
here a little
Earth.
while.
Man from Hjelmdal, the Hjelmdal colonies. Man from Hjelmdal and the Swamp
colonies.
Beast. Man from Hjelmdal and the Snow Crabs.
That insinuates there's like some sort of empire going on, since they're a colonial
Those snow
power.
crabs are worse than they sound.
Is that all?
Not even close. Man from Hjelmdal in
Oh,
hell.
no.
Man from Hjelmdal and the Forest of Slaves. Man from Hjelmdal under the lake. Man from Hjelmdal, Hjelmdal burning. There's even The Trial of Death, a pastoral combat game book set in the world of Hjelmdal,
Ooh,
and so much more.
a game book. Sounds D&D-ish. Come on.
Twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching.
Ugh, what is it?
Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular man from Hjelmdal in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man.
Interesting.
She's laughing at him, belittling him. Between the throne and the Hjelmdala man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Hjelmdal and the Devil Woman.
What? Aren't all women devil women? What? Why do we think... Sure.
Especially those leering types who seem to wear nothing but an armored bikini. There's also some sort of a snake lizard beast slithering around her abdomen, chest, shoulder region.
Okay.
The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Hjelmdal novels.
I also don't have enough money for that one, so... Well, now that I've spent like 30 minutes just looking at books, I
I'm
know
sorry,
I
sir.
don't have enough
I
money
can't
to
talk
buy.
right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
Aw.
You just can't win.
What are you doing now?
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. Oh, I found something while you were away.
Suddenly, she smiles and perks up. What is it?
I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
Oh. Wait, it's a fedora?
Maybe. It's the hat Dick Mullen wears all the time. He'll look way more serious with that. Right, I have to get back to my homework now. Before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar?
Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Hang on, so you know me? We've met before?
Yes, I used to stand out there all the time. Before Mother told me to focus on my homework. You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir. Apologising to everyone. I don't really understand what you've done wrong.
Did I ever talk to you?
Of course, you stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
What do you mean better? I look like shit.
Yeah, but you don't have party eyes anymore.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
The lieutenant slowly, ever so slowly, realizes something.
I'm not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on, he thinks. Not at all.
Party eyes?
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too.
Whoops.
Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap
no,
those
no.
sequins on you, boy.
No. Does that mean I've been partaking in necrotics?
Oh, baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
So, why didn't you tell me you knew me to begin with?
I didn't know I had to do that.
She looked puzzled. I don't really like this detective deduction game anymore. Thanks, I've learned something about myself today.
I'm glad I could help you, sir.
Okay, bye. See you around in it. Yeah, that was good. Old sports magazines tucked away in a dark corner. The book collects the national recipes of Arda. They are all about lake trout. Amazing.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
Storekeep, what's all this crime fiction?
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Look through the display of
Crime
books.
fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers.
Interesting.
These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends.
Okay.
What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives.
Alright.
Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Sure thing.
You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An Obvious Lie. Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's Funeral Pyre. The Murder of Dick Mullen.
Dick Mullen dies?
Oh, no. Turns out he faked it to solve a case.
Ah, sounds about right. Are there any more?
Yes, there's also The Dame Who Did It. Farewell, My Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer.
Are we gonna have to fake our death at some
Dick
point?
Mullen must become the murderer.
Oh. When are we gonna have to fake our death at some point too? Or are we gonna have to become the murderer at some point?
This is not the way real police solve crimes. The real police are some 20 kilometers away, sitting in an armored punch carriage.
Sounds about right.
Come on, Chester. Tell the story again.
A bald man turns towards a lean man and pats him on the back.
Again? Man, I tell that one at least once a month. It's not that interesting.
Chester replies.
The fuck it is. And these guys haven't heard it. You see, Chester here.
He pokes his finger at the lean man. Chester faked his own death once.
Gosh, why?
When civilian looks amazed, the bald man bellows a
A
reply.
very fucking dangerous case, ain't that right, Chester? They almost got you that time.
Yeah, sure came close. Alright, so I was tailing this guy called Francis the Shoe.
The inside of the motor carriage is thick with cigarette smoke. Outside it starts to rain.
After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
That's not great choice.
Your quick eye notices a small caterpillar crawling across the spine of a book. The title reads, Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
What do we have here? Mistaken identity?
A worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic Hard-Boiled Phase.
I'm just reading
The premise
books.
seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend and has just a few days to prove his innocence.
While I do love reading, I usually read when I want to read, not play video games when I want to read.
Could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals?
No, it's gotta be something else. That's probably right. I'm a complicated guy, full of contradictions.
Then this is the book for you.
I can't. I don't have money. I thought you knew that. Oh no, there's still multiple left. It's a tomb of fascist magic? What? What? A quaint picture book. Brochure, very colorful. Fascist magic? Another boring book. Just discarded here. Okay. Glad I can
plaque
click on
the
that.
shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Storekeep. Anything of note in the shelf?
I would say the greatest innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Who or what is an innocence?
A very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education.
She waves her hand as if casting aside
The
thought.
book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
I thought it was about which of these innocences is the coolest and greatest. So you recommend it?
Certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
Yeah.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
Good thing I don't have the money.
Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook.
What's it
High
about?
Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
That's amazing.
Next to that, Rivasholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
What's with all the drugs?
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse though, but not too long.
She understands she has erred against the customer and immediately corrects course.
I don't have any money. If she knew that, she would not be allowing me to do this.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
I'll leave.
Shelves full of biography. This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
My cousin and aunt would love this section. Look through the shelf.
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
Sounds about right.
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, Balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Does the book say anything else?
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And
I was expecting more of a ghost area, but this works too.
there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this?
Storekeep, what books are these?
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free. I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no!
Find something truly otherworldly. Hey, have you even heard about the curse?
The throbbing in your head increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pale.
What's the pail?
The book contains very little explanation on the matter. This knowledge seems to be taken for granted.
What's this book about?
The book contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the pale, also known as le territoire. For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venik or hand broom, made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near pale.
Yeah.
Even better if you can find someone else, preferably a large man dressed in nothing but a towel, to thrash you while you're spread naked and helpless on a cool slab.
Sounds painful.
It is supposedly invigorating and good for the circulation.
What else?
It also recommends consuming distilled spirits like vodka or whiskey that have been aged in the pale. Readers are instructed to cover these jars in a shallow hole just inside the pale and leave them there for 30 to 60 days, depending on the potency desired.
Interesting. And what does this pale aged liquor do?
Among other benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health.
I should probably get my hands on some of that. What else is in there?
For general health and well-being, readers are encouraged to take regular strolls through the pale. Though a sidebar cautions readers to limit each stroll to less than an hour.
Why?
These strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins, especially if the perambulator performs this ritual in the nude. Nudity figures prominently in a number of these prescriptions.
I can tell.
This is exactly what you need.
Of course it
I
is.
don't know. I don't want to be the party pooper, but this pale territory sounds sort of dangerous. Maybe you shouldn't walk in it now.
Okay, the voice is telling us not to. This must be some messed up stuff. Or the cure to everything, if the voice doesn't want us to know.
There's an entire section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations.
I probably need that.
Excuse me, sir. I believe you've been perusing that particular volume long enough. If you'd like to continue reading, I must insist you buy it.
No, leave. Man, I didn't know I could run. Let's put on my hat as well. Hat. What items do I have again? The kind green. Okay, the pin and the character. Yeah, no. A heap of snow melts in the wheelbarrow. The street sign says F the police. Of course it does. Pigs go home. The street name is illegible. Alright, this seems like a good time to end. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be continuing next time. And as always, I meant, as always, peace.